Good morning, America. This is Dr.Turi. And today we are July 9th, and we are still experiencing this SOS to the world deadly window. It's a plutonic window, which means one of the most deadliest you can get, the one that the reptilians really, really love, because they're doing a lot of damage out there. And I'm going to cover that in details. Now, there is no reason for me to change the title of the article, which is associated with this YouTube video, as always. It is California Exodus 8-point mega earthquake prediction, USGS, Caltech, or Dr. Turi. The choice that you have to make between the educated scientist and a gifted astrologer. All right, so as mentioned in the other video that I did yesterday, once this window is done with, then I will write another newsletter and catch up with the rest of the dates that I gave in my last two radio shows. Now, before going further, I want to mention that UFO Cruz that's going to be taking place in October. You know, with such a line of incredible speakers, you can only expect the best, okay? Even though that I don't necessarily agree with their repertoire of wisdom, I have my own, okay? And as mentioned earlier, in this group of people that we see there, their wisdom, their experiences is different than mine. And I know for sure a couple of them have had experience with extraterrestrials, but the majority of UFO researchers never seen a UFO. Forget about talking to or channeling an extraterrestrial named Draco like I do. But this is not an attack to their intelligence, their material. It's just me pointing out the difference. Every single one of these people have something to offer, okay? All roads leads to Rome. That means I don't have all the answers. I'm not smart enough. But the one that I have are priceless. And again, that's me to know and you to find out. So I understand cruise of this nature can also be costly. So it's important for you to remember that, you know, the management is working hard trying to, you know, to help you to do so. So we have a roommate option here. And it's not going to be anybody. You're not going to be stuck with somebody you don't like. No, we have a questionnaire. So the people that you are going to be staying with have to have the qualities that you like. I mean, if you don't like to smoke, you're not going to be staying with somebody who smokes. Okay, if you like to drink only in social interaction, well, you might have somebody who likes to do that too. You know, so the opportunity will be given to you to be matched. Okay, it's pretty serious. You ain't going to be stuck in a week in a cabin with somebody you can't stand. I would hate that. I'm going with my wife, so, you know, nothing new. So, you know, I want to also emphasize that losing a friend or a family member is literally hanging yourself. What do I mean by that? Friends or family members always bring wishes. So if you don't socialize and if you don't have enough friends, goodbye your wishes. You know, let's say, for example, you're looking for love. I mean, if you don't socialize, it might be the cable line coming and fix your TV, something that rarely happens. You're going to end up alone. So understand that if you're looking for love, if you're looking for opportunities, it is only by mingling with people that those doors will be open to you. Okay, so socialize as much as you can, and you're going to reap the benefit. And most of all, if you have any ailments, if you have health problems, if you get depressed, if you're infected, God knows what. Everybody is to a certain level infected. You know, when I channeled Draco after my wonderful magic UFO slideshow that I have for you, explaining everything that I went through since the age of 6 years old with these extraterrestrials. You're going to enjoy it. And I'm sure even some of you are going to find it hard to believe what happened to me. But I work really hard to update this slideshow. You have to remember, I've been off the game for a while. You know, when I got cancer, so for many years I've not been out there. So my name has been a little bit forgotten, but I'm coming back real fast. So what I have to offer is totally unique as far as the UFO phenomenon is concerned. Absolutely mind-boggling. And I do not refer to technology like every one of the UFO speakers do. I'm totally different. I emphasize more the spiritual values that the reptilians have lost. And one of the reasons why they're getting so active, because we are at that junction where humans are going to be doing the same thing by being victimized by their own scientific and technological creativity, by developing all sorts of tools that may very well take over humanity. Then it's like far-fetched, you know. Artificial intelligence is something that you don't play with, and we are at the junction right now where everybody is rational, down to earth, practical, and have forgotten the soul of the cosmos. And as I always say, you know, a lot of people are interested in our vast universe and all those stars out there. And these constellations, faraway constellation, infinite constellation, yet they do not know nothing about their own local solar system and the divine spiritual message involving every one of those planets making up our own solar family. So that's what I have to offer you. So join me there, you know, meet my wife and I. We're going to have fun. We're going to party. I don't intend just to work. And once you register, make sure to let me know, you know, send me an email or find a way to let me know, mention my name. So when I work with you, I don't hammer you with all the full price for my healing and teaching and readings and things I'm going to do out there. All right, that being said, so for those of you who just landed on that video, you may want to go back into listening to the one that I did yesterday. Most of all, remember, many of you are not visual, which means they do not learn by watching me, especially with my heavy French accent. But they may be, they're not audible, they're visual. That means you assimilate information much better and much faster when you read. And when I write, you know, I'm more focused. I can choose my words. Okay, so you need to understand I'm French. This is not my language. This is not my mother tongue. So I'm trying to pass on incredible, priceless information to you, and I'm doing this on a foreign language, and that should be appreciated, I believe. All right, so as always, you need also to realize, for those who just jumped in, because my numbers are growing on my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me, of course. I'm using Nostradamus 16th century divine astrology. It is not mathematical jargonized. It's based upon symbol. It allows me to read the sign like Nostradamus used to do. That's why I designed a very specific software, which I'm going to introduce to you later on. And then I'm using quatrains like Nostradamus used to do, but the only difference that mine are very, very clear, very open. They are not nebulous and confusing, because I don't have to fear the French Inquisition. And to make those quatrains even more assimilable and understandable, then I use a lot of keywords that are very, very obvious. Okay, so Those keywords are famous death, dramatic death, police news, police brutality, FBI, CIA, secret coming to light, mob scandal, sex, terrorism, super wealth, undulated truth, police news. So that's basically an option for you to realize that there are no accidents. You know, there are only cosmic circumstances at work, or those cosmic winds that are used and manipulated by the reptilians that produce all this nasty chain of terrible news. Would it be man-made, or would it be natural disaster? It's all induced by the reptilians, something, of course, that traditionally educated scientists cannot relate, cannot understand, or cannot even accept. But believe me, there is a lot of them watching me, because they're still wondering and scratching their a very educated head how I can find a date of earthquake and give them on the radio in my last 2 radio shows. And I have another radio show coming up tomorrow night with a good friend of mine. And then once it's done, again, with more information, I will, let you know. I will give you the link so you can enjoy a little bit more of my cosmic wisdom. So what do we have here involving super wealth? Again, space 10, Japan millionaire Yusaku Maezawa. Okay, I'm French, I can't speak Chinese. I'm not like my webmaster, Tom, who speaks it fluently. He's a freaking genius. I love him. Okay, so this billionaire, looks like Mr. Elon Musk, okay? Now he wants to get the first supremely wealthy tourist to fly to the moon, so that confirm that those rich, selfish, greedy, infected billionaires want to make more money, and that's all there is. When I feel, and I believe they should concentrate a little bit more on Mother Earth. She's showing some serious sign of trouble, of course. Our wildlife and all of us, they should plant more trees and reverse the effect of deforestation that makes all these weather changes. But that's how it is. They have the money, they want to make more money, and it's just greed, and it's exactly what the reptilians want. Okay, go there. And only if you're rich, okay, you can go there. My God. That's the way it is. All right, now, hidden secret, sex, money come to light. I mean, if you look at the major news right now, there is a lot of talking about Mr. Epsteen, okay, who had some vices, being attracted to young girls and manipulating them. The sucker already escaped his karma many years ago because he has the peseta, so he can buy everybody. No, but there is more to it. Now imagine a guy like this. He knows a lot of people, and that include, of course, our infected President Trump. And then, hey, what? Guess what, man? I'm in town for 2 or 3 days. I'm doing that conference. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You know what? So I am at that hotel, okay? Well, what does it mean? That means that, he's going to pay this sucker, like if he needs to have more money, and he's going to sign a couple of young girls, and this dirty old sucker is going to have fun. So imagine the ramifications. It doesn't stop at Mr. Epstein. It starts at Mr. Epstein vices and greed. But why? Why is that guy doing this? And that's where the FBI, the CIA, the traditionally educated psychologists, neuroscientists, and psychiatrists, those who have said, Dr. Turi, have learned more with you in your crash course in Sedona than 7 years in an accredited college. He has learned more with me. He has learned more about what it means to be human than 7 years and paying a fortune. Well, let me give you a little sample. Of course, I cannot go through the detail. If you want to know all the detail, you will have to become a VIP. Then I will emphasize a little bit more what's going on here. But he was born January 20th, 1953. Okay, so to start with, even though the sun sign is in Aquarius, okay, he was born in the constellation of Capricorn. Capricorn is the head of the goat, or in Christian theology, the head of the devil. The goat will do everything because all of those born in January are engineers. They build. That's why the ancient carved the goat, and the goat is climbing the mountain, doing anything. Those people are calculated. They are scientists. They are rational. They are down to earth. You could see, for example, David Wilcock's Dragon's Tail, a Capricorn, and his good friend Linda Howe, also Linda Moulton Howe, Capricorn. These people are climbing the mountain. They are pushed by the reptilians to own a position of power, and they are born scientists and rational and practical. This doesn't take anything away from their gift, their repertoire of wisdom. Remember, that's why people hate me, because I expose the cosmic code and their UCI, or their unique celestial identity. So this guy is a Capricorn. And Hitler was born with the tail of the dragon in Capricorn. So imagine the mountain, and climbing the mountain. Capricorn was also politics and structure, and the snob and the rich and the hierarchy. The Queen of England, Capricorn, rules the UK. That's why they live forever. And this was such a little country in the world once upon a time used to run everything. And without the genius of the British, there would be no politics. So understand what Capricorn is all about. If you're a Capricorn, go to dr.turi.com, look on the top and click on your sign and read the characteristics. Okay, a lot of them are traditional. They're very religious. Look at Art Bell. He was born with the tail of the dragon in Capricorn. I mean, you know, these people are engineers. It doesn't mean he's not spiritual, but he was very, very religious, because all Capricorn and Libras are very, very religious. Traditionally, they follow the codification of that. They are set by the cosmic code to be that way. But that is just his first house, the goat. He's born also with Mercury, which is the planet who regulates the mind, right here into the sign of Capricorn. So he's cold, he's calculated. He wants to gain power and structure and build and banking and so forth. Now look at his dragon's tail, okay? His dragon's tail is right here, okay? What is the dragon's tail? The dragon's tail is the worst energy you can get. It is into the sign of Leo. And Pluto is there. Pluto, remember, is the base of the reptilians in our solar system. Pluto is the lord of the underworld. Pluto rules the evil, the demons, sex, power, money, supreme wealth. We are right now into a Plutonic window. And you wonder why this guy is getting his own wake-up call? That's the house of death. It is also the house of sex. And you wonder why he's getting famous, because this tail is in the sign of Leo. What does it mean usually when you have such a tail? Terrible upbringing, sexual abuse, often sudden enough dying of a heart attack, self-destructive. So it was very, very easy for the reptilians to infect this guy's mind, body, and soul, and let him into sexual terrible activity and getting money from it. Okay. Then he has the head in Aquarius. For your information, President Putin was also born with the tail of the dragon in Leo. Okay, and this is why you see him on a horse and showing his body and showing his power. This is the sign that regulates President Trump's mind, his third house, his communication, and that's why he's bossy. That's why he is a bully. Leo. Leo is love, light, the sun, France, and Italy. That's why we say French are romantic. Our language is very romantic. Leo rules also anything and everything that deals with the art, and that's why the French and the Italian are sought as a nation of lovers and artists and affect our language. Hey, mia bella, come ti amo, non lo so. Oh, je vous aime beaucoup, madame. I've got to act. Yeah, remember, I'm not French and not Italian. All right. Now, let's go back to, I'm sure you understood a little bit more about these suckers, this child abuser, UCI. Then he's got also Saturn, the great malefic in the sign of Libra. You don't mess around when you have Saturn in Libra, because Saturn is karma. You're going to get it. He has the moon in Aries, so he's stupid. He's too fast. He doesn't think. And Aries is the sign, the first sign is the baby of the zodiac. So he learned by mistakes. And this sign regulates his home. So a lot of activity in there. So, and he's got Jupiter. Lastly, the most powerful, the biggest planet in our solar system, the Lord of Lack, the Lord of Expansion. And Jupiter is in the sign of Taurus. What is Taurus? The bank, money. Taurus with Switzerland, where all the banks is allocated, where all the billions of dollars of all suckers and abusers like him are safely collected, because it's an independent country. You can have war all over the world, but don't touch Switzerland, because that's where the pesetas are. Oh, you got so much to learn. And then you wonder why the corporate Vatican doesn't want you to know about astrology, and when astrology is sought as a pseudoscience. Imagine what the FBI, imagine what all the scientists, imagine what all the psychiatrists and psychologists and neuroscientists would do with such an information. And you wonder why it's been taken away from you? That's why. Because knowledge is power, ignorance is evil. The less you know, the more you're busy watching sport or watching singers and dancers and all, displaying their gift, the less you ask questions and the less you spend time watching my videos. And that's why I'm a UFO speaker, to bypass the limitation of what science has imposed. I'm bringing a very different light, a different energy in my UFO conferences. And after that, I let you feel the real power of Draco when I put you in a light trance. And then you see the rest of the story in the weeks to come after meeting with, through my channeling with Draco, let me dig into your soul. All right, so that is explained. Everyone, if you want to know a little bit more, hey, become a VIP. Show your support. You don't have to give me any money. Nothing is free. But if you really like my work, just you have at the bottom of this newsletter that is associated with this YouTube video. You have an option to help Dr. Turi. Just become a VIP. Give it a shot. $10. Okay. $10, that's all you do. The only trap is that you're going to see I'm real, and you're going to do like everybody else. You're going to sign up, and every single year you're going to have your guidance every single day. You're going to read the values forecast that Terry and I generate, and you're going to have a blast, because everything we do, everywhere we go, every experience will be sooner or later only for my VIP on the Cosmic Code. Right now I'm public because I'm launching my new me, so to speak, after many years of inactivity because of cancer. But that's going to change. I'm not going to give you everything for free for long, so make the most of it. Okay. All right. Now, what do we have here? Well, in fact, below the chart of Epstein, can't pronounce his name properly. You have the join the Cosmic Code for more information, and then just choose $10, $20, whatever it is. Give your best shot. You'll have fun with us. What do we have? Let's go into the wake-up call stories. This winter was catastrophic for honeybees. You know what? I was so happy like a month and a half ago to put a bunch of tomato by my pool. And I have an area under the vine that I planted. And I said to my wife, we're going to have some nice tomatoes. And I baby those tomatoes every day. Water, shadow, food. It's terrible. Nothing. Not one single tomatoes. We were invaded with wasps. Don't get me wrong, I had to kill one of the nests that stuck by my door. I haven't seen one single bee. And I've seen a lot last year that were drowning in my pool. I save them each time I can. And I go outside now and then, when I see a bees, I just immediately take her out. Because, the bees are created, they were created by the draconis, while the wasps are created by the reptilians, the forces of evil, the forces of light. So if you're having problems, And we're going to have a lot of problems as part of the reptilian agenda to make sure all the honeys are being destroyed. And we need those bees. We need those bees. So that was pretty sad for me. It's a wake-up call, not only for me, but for you. And I'm sharing it with you. Trump tweet is likely UK ambassador's fatal blow. Like what you expect. Always say, always. Again, if you knew, you don't know. But if you are faithful listeners and watchers of my video, I always tell you, be careful what you say, what you do during any of my SOS to the world, the deadly window, particularly the one we're in right now, which is a plutonic window, which is the golden carpet, the red carpet for the reptilians to change and destroy lives. Again, a serious wake-up call, not only for Trump to realize his limitation, but also for the UK ambassador. So there we go. Understand the news in a different way. Don't just read the news and, okay, there is more to it. That's why I'm doing this job. NFL, hopeful reaches for stun gun attack police officer. Well, this guy's life is definitely going to change, and it's definitely a wake-up call. You don't mess with the cops. It's their job to make sure everything is in control, okay? And the problem is all the cops are the first one to mess up the laws. When I say that, of course, I'm not talking about man-made law, the codification of thoughts through their training. I'm talking about the laws of the universe. So I am probably the first cosmic cop out there trying to make you aware that my hand has two sides. These are the laws written by men. Stopping the red light, stop sign, respecting the laws, the DMVs, the IRS, all the laws of man. Here, God's law. The divine creativity, the cosmic code. There's a different set of laws. And because nobody taught you those laws, okay, this doesn't mean you're going to be, avoiding the penalty. Okay, so be aware, pay attention. Once you become a cosmic coder or VIP, and we put a lot of information each time we dwell with one of our 2019 SOS to the World Deadly Window, especially when it comes to that plutonic window. We tell you what to do and not to do. It's a big huge list like that of laws that you do not know because you're not curious enough and you don't want to pay the $10 that can save your life, literally. And look at all these people. They are not cosmic conscious and they're paying the price, heavy price. At least he didn't get killed, but his career is gone. Man found after disappearing before rape trial 30 years ago. This sucker, this raped somebody, and for 30 years he had a good life. But you know what? The Dracan is also very, very active during those plutonic window, and the crooks cannot be hidden, and that's why secret comes to light. Is part of the keywords that I offer in will accompany my quadrants. All right, so this guy is gonna go to jail, and he's got his own wake-up call. Serena Williams final tangy for damaging court at Wimbledon. Hey, you know what? You need to control your ego. You need to control your emotions, because now this wake-up call is going to cost you $10,000. Okay? And at least you still have your career. You have to remember a lot of famous people are being brought down their big stage. I cannot even remember many of them have paid the price by talking too fast, being racist on their Twitter account. They are not a president. So, man, okay. So they get a wake-up call. And I don't want to tell you the amount of people who have been paying the price for lacking cosmic consciousness and for their idiocy. And many of them are very famous and very rich. And then they got much more than you and I to lose, okay? All right, talking about Roseanne. Rush Limbaugh also, once upon a time, said a little bit too much about women. And because, 400 million contracts on the radio every year cost too much money, so he was able to pull the strings to stay on his job. And that's what this billionaire did. But ultimately, you cannot escape the law forever. What about this one? Another wake-up call here. A mom was arrested after she left her child in a hot car. Oh my God, that's punishment for misbehaving. Jesus. And then the cop says they removed the child from the vehicle and found needle in the reptilious infected mother purse and in the vehicle. You know, when I tell you the reptilians will do anything and everything to infect you, I'm not making it up. You know, and that poor woman here, she's gonna go to jail. She's gonna go to this wake-up call. Her life will change. She's gonna lose a child. Look at the damage. What's next for that woman? Well, she's gonna take more drugs, and then finally we're gonna, you know, we're never gonna hear about her. She's gonna do like this old guy, you know, who committed suicide because he probably took some stuff to be able to run. And then that blew up his heart, or he committed suicide, or both. You know, it's just the reptilian business. So, you know, this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. She's a victim, like every young soul out there, even those who goes to college, university, and start to kill everybody. Okay, even this guy in Las Vegas who kills so many people, every single criminal, okay, is put in jail. They become a guinea pig for science. Load them for medication to see how they react. If they don't die, you're never going to hear about them anymore, okay? It's just for science to deal with, for the status quo, for the government to take care of, okay? But these people, once upon a time, were like your child, innocent and beautiful and trusting. What happened? What happened along the way? What happened is that no one was there to feed these children with the spirit. The U.S. Department of Education, like anywhere else in the world, will tell you, hey, you have to learn algebra, mathematics, history, languages, the arts. You have to go to church, follow the Bible, the predictions. My God, but who's there to tell them who they are, where they come from, where are they going? What is God expecting from? Not the God that was created by man, because God never came down. Or Jesus wrote the Bible. That's man-made. That's the corporated Vatican who wants your money and your control. No. God is a spiritual entity, is an eternal energy. It's an immaculate, eternal power that speaks his will through the stars. And that's what I'm doing, translating it for you. Do I need to be burned on the stake for it? Guess what? Some people think so in 2019. In what a young world did I land? Oh my God, what have I done to reincarnate myself in this low vibrating, stupid planet? Oh, well, I guess I needed to go back to hell. All right, famous death. Yep. God, do you think I knew that billionaire Ross Perot was going to die during my window? Do you think I know his family and I know he was in hospital about to expire? No, but the stars and God told me by reading the sign. I knew it was for him the time to end and move on to a higher level. Okay? Ross Perot was a cancer. Cancer is home, family, real estate. And he was an icon in the real estate. Reason why he succeeded and grew is because he was doing what his UCI, his unique celestial identity, and what God's higher order imposed upon his life. He got lucky and he got millionaire. Pretty much like Trump. Trump was born with a dozen of gold spoon in his mouth. He said he got 1 million from his dad when I don't know how many millions he got. But, you know, that's the way it is. It's his karma. It's his lesson. He has to learn, like every one of us. So God bless your soul, Mr. Ross Perot. You died during one of the Plutonic negative window, beginning and ending, like my mother. All right. College football player found dead at 22 years old. Oh my God. And yesterday I was talking again, another video about another kid died at 20. Jesus, what a wasted life. You can be sure that there is legal or illegal drugs involved with anyone that has a name and a stage. It has notoriety. They are seriously targeted by the reptilians, and they are too young. They don't have enough experience to apply the will. Okay, so I don't know the story. I don't want to know the story. The link is live. Click and read if you're into sport, or if you want to find out the rational, practical information to his demise. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. Your choice to believe. First black African man set to go to space died. Again, famous death. Not only Ross Perot is famous, this college football kid was also famous. This first black African man who was supposed to go to space dies. Man, what happened to this guy? I don't want to go there. I just do not want to go there. Anything else with famous days? A marathoner accused of cheating. We talked about this guy. Yeah, he committed suicide. He did commit suicide. You know, for people to commit suicide, they must not run properly upstairs. And that is if you take a lot of drugs, if you take all sorts of stuff that you're not supposed to have in your body, is going to get to your head. And then the reptilians are going to have fun to lead you towards water because they love water. Okay. They're very strong by the water, so be careful, people. And they're not going to be afraid to send you some big white shark out there to bite your butt. Just be careful. Be careful, my friend. If you do not have your own personal 2019 cosmic biorhythm, every single day you play Russian roulette and you do not know. There's only so much I can do. I wish I had the money. I wish people could invest in me, and I would build my astropsychology schools, my astroforensic schools, and teach the parents and teach the kids. So those accidents, you know, you have control over it right now. Now you don't have any control at all. The reptilians are leading the show. A 11-story fall kills infant held by her grandfather aboard cruise. Shit. Dramatic death news, all right. Oh my gosh. The old lady just, I don't know, she dropped a kid. Yeah. Again, the reptilians will do anything. What did this old lady ingested during or after because of her, it's a grandfather. Yeah, no, grandmother, excuse me. It's a guy. What did he ingest to lose the child? Was it on purpose? I doubt very much. But the reptilians, you know, don't care about the child. Police says man cut teen throat because rap music made him feel unsafe. Talk about dramatic death news. Can you believe that? I mean, I don't like rap music. I play piano. I like classical music. I like normal music. I'm an old guy. What do you expect? I ain't going to go there and cut somebody's throat because he plays rap music. That tells you that rap music is reptilius infected. Okay? This is, in the old day when I was a recording artist, you got to have harmonies. You got to spend hours and hours in the studio. You got to have very specific musician doing their part. You have to write and conduct everybody. Spending hours and hours in the studio, working 3 jobs in order to be able to do that and to produce my first record. We didn't have CDs in my days. And I sold thousands of copies and get nothing in the process. Got things from this is what saved me, not to become famous in that field. Didn't know, I was young. But, you know, rap music comes from where? It doesn't come from a high place. I don't believe it. It's a form of art, don't get me wrong, but it's a negative form of art. And then it has affected these guys' heads who probably, again, something, somewhere, somehow, trigger is killer instinct. It doesn't stop there. Believe me, it doesn't stop there. Okay, another one. U.S. scientists who vanished in Greece after going for a run found dead in cave. Again, you know, when I see that, talk about dramatic news. She goes on a foreign land. Was she born like Trump with the tail of the dragon in Sagittarius? That makes her or Trump extraordinarily unlucky with the affairs of foreigners and foreign affairs. That lady does not know. She's a scientist. She goes either with religion or what the scientific accepted discipline is imposing upon her. She, you know, she didn't know. For sure, she was under a negative cosmic biorhythm, and combined with the SOS to the world plutonic window, deadly window, the reptilians did the rest. She let the crazy lunatic out there who, I don't know. I don't want to go through the detail. Just read it because it's too many negative news. I just use the title and use Draco channeling, and then, you know, but that's sad. That's sad for the family. That's sad for her. His life. That's all. God's order. It is not an accident, and it's no God order. Believe me, it's the reptilians. Watch elephant whack tourist in face. You know, yesterday in the other video, this poor guy was, you know, beaten to death by a bunch of wild dogs that were bred to kill, you know, pit bulls. They were bred to kill by reptilians infected suckers who wanted to make money by watching these animals tear themselves apart. I tell you what, you know, you go to a circus during one of these negative windows, you're going to see a lion trying to kill the trainer. Not only dogs, every wild animals, elephants go crazy during those windows. And again, very educated scientists are there. Why? They don't know. Now I'm telling you. So why this elephant did that? Well, if you look at the video, which is pretty short, you see that poor little girl here with a camera like this. That's enough for the reptilians. Oh, yeah, they use technology, and then from there, they stimulate that elephant and whack her. I'm flying. She got whacked in the face by that, you know, Trump. A trompe, we say in French. So, you know, just be careful. And those kids are not educated. They don't read my forecast. They have no idea what the hell's going on. Are they going to church every Sunday? Probably. Most of them probably. But, you know, as I said yesterday, you know, God don't speak to fools. My gosh. At least she's going to be more careful. But, you know, imagine in her head now, each time she's going to see an elephant or anything else, the trauma that child's going to go through. Innocent, wanted to have a good time, not knowing about her own negative cosmic biorhythm mingling with the universal windows, and the reptilians going through the camera, stimulating that elephant to knock her out. At least it didn't kill her. Well, again, there's no accident, only cosmic circumstances you're not aware of. Baby dies in fire as mother are out clubbing. Dramatic death news. Only yesterday, if you listen to the video I did yesterday, I explained. Okay, I explained that what the reptilians will do. Sometimes, like this stupid lady who left to punish her kids, left the kid in hot cars. There's a lot of men and women out there that have left their kid to die in hot cars because, again, they associate their past with the partner or the fight, the drama, the abuse, and then for some magical reason, they walk out of this car and they leave the baby behind and they completely forget, because that's what the subconscious do. And those kids in every college and university should read my book. In fact, my book, Beyond the Secret, should be mandatory in every one of these college and universities, and accept it as a real solid discipline. But Dr. Turi is an astrology. Sorry, my French. Forget it. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. My book should be top seller. But it will never be. It will never be, because it's rational, because it's real. books that are stimulating your imagination and taking you in a ride somewhere, Harry Potter. Those books, totally fictional. We get to the top. Thanks to the reptilians. Again, they want you to watch those football games, to watch those movies, to watch those ports, okay? And then they're going to make sure they put those people out there and give them tons of money to keep it going so that you don't land on my work and me trying to wake you up in the process. All right. Supervolcano fear, big one coming soon. That's the title of the video. Again, as I said yesterday, don't expect Caltech or USGS or any geologists to remotely tell you when an earthquake is going to take place or where, or when the supervolcano, Yellowstone, will blow up. They do not know. Pretty much like the government. If you think the government is keeping you secret from UFOs, your dreams, they don't know who they are, what they want. Because extraterrestrials are not interested or attracted with a scientific mind. They are more intelligent, more clever, more engineer. They are the master of matter. They don't give a damn who you are, your accomplishment, and your position. They attract to people like me. Very, very rare. Or they attract to people totally opposite of me, who take drugs, drinks too much, who are very negative. You can only attract the draconis, okay? The gardeners of this world, the light, the power, the future, hope, love, respect, understanding, education, intelligence, or the reptilians, because the reptilians cannot survive without your fear, chaos, and idiocy. They strive for ignorance. So, as far as this supervolcano, you want to know when it's going to blow up? When? It's going to be in one of my SOS to the world deadly window. I gave you some dates. Just pray God. Pray God I'm wrong. I pray God to be wrong. But you know what? If you know me well, I haven't been wrong so far. If I could work with the scientists, it may be a different situation. But they're never going to mingle with Dr. Turi. How come a little astrology knows better? Oh, man, we are educated. They have such a spiritual pride. It's amazing. It's mind-boggling. Even with a direct email sent to USGS, the Seismology Institute in Pasadena, NASA, you have read those emails. You read the newsletter. You read it. You read the results. I'm still waiting for them to answer. Long story. All I can say is I gave you some dates in the article and in my last radio show. Just pray God now. All right. Now I have a picture on that newsletter of a singer. Her name is Lavinia. She's singing something. The lyrics are pretty interesting. I fell in love with the devil. Someone sent me an angel. Okay, please save me from this hell. What do you expect? Young, beautiful, gifted, but in the environment where the reptilians are surrounding her, oh, you do not know what's going on in the head of those people who have reached such a level of fame, such an unhealthy lifestyle, such an unnatural lifestyle. And everybody is running to get to that. Man, I got blessed. I got lucky when the record deal that I signed in Paris, Boulevard de l'Hôpital many years ago. Didn't work. And then when I made the ultimate decision in Los Angeles, when I was in that high building with my master tape, and they were listening to this, and they said, oh my gosh, we want your musician from the UK to come here. We're going to re-record that. And I decided not to do it. I saved my life. I had a very, very strong feeling. Something tell me, no, you don't do it. You've already been burnt. No, there is more in your life than just cutting records, singing and be on stage, and then drinking and smoking and messing up with girls. Because that's all I was doing. I was young, I was stupid. So, but what's interesting is, of course, the picture below is me and one of my girlfriends in the old day. And we both are dressed pretty much like her, and we both have crosses. You know, I was invited to do a UFO conference on that ship. I've done this many, many times. And then because my work also involve reading people, guiding people, I said, you know, let's disguise ourselves and then like Magi, and then, you know, go and do some mini reading of fun. And then we just walk around the ship with this. Oh my God. That was the biggest mistake ever. Because like this singer, the Christians went berserk. All the reptilians infected, religious fanatic, religious poisoned Christians on the ship seems to have congregated together. And to the point where we were called by the management and asked to undress and dress normally because we were offending the Christians, even though that I was guiding all the people and saying things and helping them all along. There were some Christians that were watching, because those ones, as soon as they see me, they are the devil. Oh, I'm going to go to hell if I do astrology. Bunch of idiots. Those people need me the most are the ones that are killing me, so to speak. It's insane. So I had to share that little experience because I can relate to her. You know, those Christians, religious fanatics out there, they're no different than ISIS, really ready to die for their stupidity. They're all Neptunians. Just Google Dr.turi Neptunians, or go and read on my website what a Neptunian is all about. They don't know that all religions were created by the reptilians, because religions create what? Chaos, not only on a ship, but in every possible ways. That's why religious wars, and we had 100 years of religious war in France. That's why we want to close all the church and send our girls topless and on the beach. But, you know, religions have killed more people than all the wars, all the disease and natural disaster combined together. Yet, the indoctrination is so encrusted that it's going to be very difficult for me to reach those people and help them to understand God, cosmic divinity, and Jesus' initial cosmic teachings. That involve, of course, the 12 signs of the zodiac, the 12 hours of the day, the 12 months of the year, the 12 apostles, the 12 sins, the 12 jury, the 12 tribes of Israel, and all that goes with it. Much. Well, my good friends, that was kind of a long YouTube video. And as always, I won't let you go on a negative tone. I can't do that. So, as always, you know, if you feel that I have something, and by judging of the response, don't get much response from you, even though I have a lot of people watching me. Just say something, good or bad, I don't care. Just say something and share. Remember, you cannot, it's against the law. It's against the laws of light. You cannot just enjoy this, gain from my information, and keep it for yourself selfishly. That's karma. That's the reptilians. That's exactly what they want you to do. Stay in the dark and don't promote my work. That's what the reptilians. So be part of the solution, okay? talk about it, promote it, say something. Okay? That would give me the strength to keep doing it for a little longer, so to speak. Okay? All right. So, well, I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing today. I know it's pretty hot outside and I want to go in my pool so bad, but I can't. They told me, you can't do it. You said you cannot have your leg going too fast behind, whatever. So I'm cooking and I hate it. So I'm going to go back on my couch. I'm going to watch the news. Oh, I said I was not going to be negative. Just giving you one of my smiles. All right, guys. Hey, make it a beautiful day. God bless you. Talk to you again soon.